Guys, you're welcome once again. You're back to the Offside Live show. And we're here to discuss a lot of things, including Real Madrid, who just can't stop losing. They lost to their arch rivals, Barcelona. I know they're chemo. Even though Alonso had to leave. But Arbeloa can't take the job. Arbeloa started to lose. Arbeloa, why?
Arbeloa go lose to Albacete who's a wine.
Albacete, second division. Arbeloa.
Fullback.
Alonso cry Huso. Na fullback.
Before that,
Arbeloa
all vision ground.
Arbeloa was there also.
Fullback, ultimate overlapping.
Boys.
Real Madrid. What's happened to Real Madrid? Why are they in this position? As I said, they lost to the rivals Barcelona in the Super Cup final. And yesterday in this Copa del Rey, they lost to second division side Albacete, a team that have around 1 million euro squad value. 1 million.
They are even 17th.
Yes, and it's not as if they are doing well in the Copa in the second division. They are so bad.
17th.
And they managed to beat Real Madrid.
But don't forget, Vinicius Junior also played.
Yeah, he played. Oh, Mastantuono played. Carvajal played.
Valverde played.
Valverde. Oh, there were some of the key guys.
It was just about two.
It was Mbappe.
Mbappe missed the game. Mbappe and Bellingham. So there's no excuse, bro. There's no excuse for Real Madrid fans. So we're going to discuss that. What's going on wrong with them? Did they make a panic decision? Because it looks like Arbeloa is, I don't know, but maybe he's not a guy to continue. Yes, they are talking to some coaches. We'll talk more about that and see how it goes. The show is Offside Last. I'm Princeton. I have here Albert and Lacombe. Yes, that's the name, Lacombe. Yes, the last time I introduced the other name, Sapon, but this one, we are going with Lacombe. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We'll also talk about Barcelona. They will be playing in the Copa del Rey later tonight against Racing Santander.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that one. Plus the other issues in the camp. Cancelo will make his debut.
Yeah.
He will make his debut for Barcelona. And why Barca chose to go back for him and not sign other centre backs when Hansi Flick asked for them. So we'll talk about those things, of course, on the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Charlie, yesterday, what happened? I didn't watch.
I didn't watch too, but
You didn't watch it?
they lost.
They lost.
Actually, Chelsea and then Arsenal were playing. I should go watch.
Last night they were
Even there was an AFCON semi-final.
Yes, of course. There were better games being played. AFCON semi-finals. Yes.
Better game. It was a better game than the game on the
Semi-finals.
Arsenal
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Arsenal Chelsea.
Even that one cried me. I didn't even watch the full way because my attention was on the AFCON.
Yeah.
But so I watched the semi-final, the AFCON, the first 30 minutes. I switched to Chelsea, and then I was doing in between the two. So I was just because I know that Madrid did, Albacete did. There's no need to do against. They will do
Velajo as their defender. Velajo.
Then the last 10 minutes.
Velajo.
Last 10 minutes, I saw social media. Some of the captions I was seeing was like there's something happening in Spain.
Yeah.
Let me go to a flash score and see what's going on. I went there now 3-2.
You see
3-2.
So Albacete scored first. Real Madrid equalized. They scored second.
Then they equalized.
Real Madrid equalized.
Aye.
Then the third goal came on the 90
plus 4.
94th
So
minute.
it's just like what happened last Sunday.
So
Very similar.
like the same thing.
3-2.
3-2. You see, now the point is, Xabi Alonso was fired. Arbeloa comes in. His first match, he loses to a second division team that's even struggling in their own league.
Their own league.
17th.
You see, the thing is, he didn't play against a Spanish La Liga opponent. To a second division opponent, and you lose to this club. Now, that does not justify Arbeloa is a bad coach, no. But it's bounced back to the issues we've been talking about that's happening in Real Madrid. And at the end of the day, they had to sacrifice one person who is not the problem of the club.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
What we saw yesterday, I can't just say with only that, but I was monitoring the show yesterday. I watched it on YouTube, what you did yesterday, and then Sapon said, Xabi Alonso, since he joined Real Madrid, there have been improvements. Adelaide. Right from his first game, you see, Carlo Ancelotti left the club in a situation that was very terrible.
Yeah.
They went the whole season without winning a trophy. That's Real Madrid we are talking about. At least Real Madrid going a trophyless season. It's a news.
Yes, that's true.
And then he left the club. Xabi Alonso comes in, played the Club World Cup with them, and they lost to Paris Saint-Germain side. That at that time,
They were the best.
they were the best team in Europe.
Yeah. Champions League winner.
And Chelsea beat them and it was surprised. It was a surprising news.
Yeah.
You understand? So losing to Paris Saint-Germain, was not something we were all expecting. We were all expecting Real Madrid were going to lose against Paris Saint-Germain. Now he started the season, started very well. First Clasico beat Barcelona. Now we started talking about ego, balance in the team, because at the beginning of the season, had that balance. Mastantuono playing on the right, Mata Goulet playing as a number 10. Kylian Mbappe getting in the goals because he had that connection with Kylian Mbappe and Ada Goulet. Mastantuono helping Vinicius Junior from the right. Rodrigo on the bench. Bellingham was injured, so they were out of the team. Now, Jude Bellingham comes in. You have to sacrifice one player to the bench. You have to retire one player to the bench. It was Mastantuono. Rodrigo now start getting minutes. Bellingham as the number 10. Rodrigo on the right. Vinicius Junior on the left. Kylian Mbappe up front. Now, these are the big guys in the Real Madrid team. Rodrigo, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham. They're the big guys in the team. No one. You can say a big guy, football, big guy, Obet Macaulay shots in the dressing room. These are the guys.
But the captain is there. Carvajal is there.
Charlie Carvajal. These players, they can't make a bold statement at the dressing room than Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior.
But Mbappe, what has he done?
No, you see, it's Mbappe. He's coming into the Real Madrid team as, a big guy. Kylian Mbappe, when he was at Paris Saint-Germain, even with Messi and Neymar, you saw what he was doing.
That's a PSG. That's a PSG. PSG there, he's the big boy over there. Mm-hmm. Yes, he's won. The leagues and then the goal scoring, he was flowing over there. And Paris is his home, so he's treated as a star boy. This thing, I have a problem with it. Mm-hmm. The Real Madrid decided to shift their attention and focus to Mbappe and not allow him to try to prove a point to the Madrid fans and the Madrid team.
Good. So that's
by his own legacy. You get it?
That's the mistake they made, because Mbappe comes in, you give him that power to be in charge, to have that superiority ahead of his colleagues, ahead of his teammates. Don't forget, there are certain players in the dressing room that has achieved success with Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe has done nothing yet for Real Madrid. Somebody will say, last season he won the European goal. That is personal glory. But for the club, he has done nothing. So let him achieve, because Real Madrid is not Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid is not Manchester City. Real Madrid is not Chelsea. You see, this club is solely owned by the supporters and, let's say, I don't know whether they use socios in there. It's a club that the heart of the club is based on the supporters.
They also have that system, yeah.
Based
by the president.
Exactly. You understand? So let him achieve something with the club for him to be able to make those statements, or for him to be able to at least call shots in the dressing room. But he came instantly because he's coming as a big guy. And even the idea to bring in Kylian Mbappe, after what Kylian Mbappe made Real Madrid go through before he came to Real Madrid. You understand? He comes to Real Madrid, and after all what he has made Real Madrid go through, you also give him that powers. That means, he can do whatever thing he wants. He feels like without him, the team cannot function.
Okay. So you think that the problem is how Madrid
has made certain players more powerful.
Okay.
And certain players can disrespect the coach. And it's not helping the team.
I say, Albert, that is the culture of Madrid. Yesterday I was making a point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it was on here or radio. So that is the style of the team. They want to buy the best available players on the market in the position, and sometimes it's not even about the whole field. Though. The attackers field their best attackers as possible, and
And they are
get a
going to
coach
deliver.
that can get them to
In
play
this modernized
and
game.
deliver.
In this modernized game.
No, I'm saying that we are talking about Real Madrid.
Yeah.
That was their culture.
That is how they win.
Yes.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Since the last century, that's how they've been winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last time they won the Champions League, it was this group of players, with the exception of Mbappe.
So
you get it?
So
I'll let me finish. So, if you come in as a manager that you have memories about this club, you know the culture of this club, you've played there before, you should be able to get the players to play for you.
Yeah.
It's about managing them. So if you are not able to fit into the culture of that club and you allow the players to overpower you, of course they have the power, but you should be able to get them to your side. If you fail to do that, then why take the job in the first place? You get my point. So
Yes.
Real Madrid, for me, they have two problems here. The squad itself is not a competitive squad.
Okay.
Yes, they on paper they look like they are giants, they are big players, but the structure of the team lack balance. You get it? Too many players have that positions that they are always slotting and changing in. Valverde playing right back today he's in midfield, tomorrow he's on the right wing, the next day it's Rodrigo. Yes, sometimes he plays mostly on the right hand side. But Tchouaméni, sometimes as a defender and sometimes as a midfielder. Bellingham, where does he play? Who is controlling the midfield for the Real Madrid? They don't have a midfield controller like Barca have with Pedri.
Yeah.
You get it? Up front, there's always clashing between Mbappe and Vinicius. Who is the focal point in the team? Mbappe hasn't accepted that role. As I want to be the focal man because I love to play off the shoulder of a center forward. Vinicius will not allow that to happen. You get it? So structurally, they are not a good team. There are a lot of weaknesses in the team, and that is on Florentino Perez. Because if you fail to build a good squad for the team or for the coach, you don't expect him to win for you. The fact that they are big players, that doesn't mean you are going to win always. That is the first problem. The second is that they brought in someone who wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready.
Okay.
He wasn't ready.
Yes.
Yes, we said the man has experience in the club. He knows how to play. He's played under several managers with different experiences, under Pep, under Ancelotti, under Mourinho. So he will be able to do that. But the lack of experience alone should have told them that we can't bet on this man. Because the fact that he's coached Leverkusen doesn't mean that he can coach Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And those are the two problems that they have. The hiring of managers. These days, yes, someone can argue that there are limited number of those type of managers on the market. But if you are going in for someone like him, then the club should switch to a change. And that is why probably maybe your point comes in. That in this era,
modernized game.
yeah, in this era you have to switch to the tune of what's happening. But Charlie, for me, I understand them. That is how they win.
Yeah.
That is how Madrid win.
So I think you can put blames on the players egoistic, being this. But I think the reason for all these players' egos is is Real Madrid as a club.
Okay.
I think the main problem for Real Madrid is their cultural rigidity in this modernized game. I think I may sound too absolute. Yeah, but I think that's their problem.
All right.
I'm not necessarily talking about Real Madrid, who they are. I think I'm talking about their way of life, how it can work in this modernized game.
Okay.
And that's my problem. Culture,
Yeah.
your way of life in this football, because at a point in time, we saw what Johan Cruyff came and did for Barcelona, changing their culture. Because at a point in time, Barcelona as a club was practicing this Galactic system of how Real Madrid are doing because they went into the market and bought superstars. At a point in time, they went to the market and bought Maradona and all these big guys. But at a point, Real Madrid was still dominating them. Real Madrid of Quinta da Bota, of Emiliano Botrigliano, Miguel, and all these guys came and dominated the Spanish league for about 10 years. They won 8 league trophies. Atletico won 2. Barca was I don't know how to put it, but they were not performing.
Yeah.
Johan Cruyff came and adopted that culture of La Masia. Started to introduce these young chaps in the La Masia to this Barcelona senior team, and they started to give that performance he needs. He introduced this positional play. So at the point in time, Johan Cruyff came to Barca and adopted a certain culture. So at the point in time, we practice cultural assimilation. Culture ya there pa. You de be na dane ho. O culture you de be na you need to change your culture. But at a point in time, or how I modernize the game is I think if there's a need for you to adjust yourself or change that culture of yours now, I think it will be good. I think the main problem for Real Madrid now is their culture. And their culture of making players superior than managers. That's their main problem.
Okay, so you see, making players superior than managers. Did they make Ronaldo superior than Zidane?
Ronaldo was already a big boy.
But
Any manager aside from Zidane walking in would
Respect
Ronaldo
and
good.
accept his
Yes.
opinion.
Good. Ronaldo was a big guy. But Carlo Ancelotti worked with Ronaldo. He won with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho worked with Ronaldo.
Okay, and they
he
won
with him. Vicente de Bosque, right? Or
No.
boss, no.
what's this Spanish coach? The one that
Solari. No.
So
the one, yes, the one they sacked. The one is
Santiago Solari.
the
He
one
came
from
and
the one who
national
was for
team.
Spain and then
Yeah, I forgot.
was it Santiago Scolari or
Fernando something.
no, it was
He usually coached West Ham. He's talking about
Lopetegui.
Lopetegui.
Julian Lopetegui.
Lopetegui came in. He didn't succeed at Real Madrid. You see what I'm trying to make here is that Real Madrid have that culture, as you said. Go into the transfer market, get in big players to come and play for the club. They don't have the time to give players the luxury of time to adjust.
Yeah.
You understand? So you need to come, hit the ground running. Into almost a right back, there is a gap there. They don't want to go to the market, buy in a 20-year-old player who will come and say, okay, 3 years, 2 years, we are giving you time to adjust. No, you need to come and start winning. Left back, they go in, they bring in Marcelo. Yes, Fela Mendy will come. He wouldn't be playing well. They will go in, they will bring out Carreras, right? Now, midfield, Luka Modric will be leaving. Toni Kroos will be leaving. Instantly, they go to Borussia Dortmund. They are big guy, one of the best players in the German Bundesliga. They will bring in Jude Bellingham to play. That is the culture of Real Madrid. Yeah. Now, what Preston is saying, where I agree with Preston is that you bring in all these kind of players. Vinicius Junior is already there. He has his own problem. Kylian Mbappe, we all know his track record from the France national team, where he's fighting with Giroud and Griezmann and other things, and at the Paris Saint-Germain team, where he fought with the greatest player of all time. Messi and Neymar.
No, Messi maybe he didn't fight with the but he had this.
I mean, he was with competition. He was in competition with them. So that shows how he is. Not that. I mean, I don't want to say being egoistic is bad because he wanted to be at the top, and he was ambitious. Now you are all these players are already there. Jude Bellingham too have his own issues, and you've assembled all these players as Florentino Perez. You go to the coaching market. You bring in Xabi Alonso, who has only coached Bayer for Leverkusen. Coach Jeremy Frimpong, right? Left back, Grimaldo. Jonathan Tah, Florian Wirtz, Boniface. These players, they have nothing to show.
Yeah.
So if Xabi Alonso, who has won the Champions League, who has won the Euros, who has won the Spanish La Liga, who has won a lot of trophies, German Bundesliga, if he speak in the dressing room, you have no right to question his commands. But at Real Madrid, these players are in the yesterday we were talking about this. Vinicius Junior already have 2 Champions League titles, right?
Yeah.
Rodrigo have 2. Kylian Mbappe already have a World Cup.
Yeah.
So these players have achieved.
and there's a clash of target. You get my point. If you look at this Real Madrid team,
In the side of the players.
and yes, with this particular group, we're talking about this particular group.
Yeah.
If you compare them to the other groups, the Ronaldo's groups, the Benzema, those
Bale.
groups,
All them,
they
all
were
them
they were
accepted
they were
that
stars.
Ronaldo is their.
They were stars, but Ronaldo was the front liner.
Yeah.
He
They
was
all
the
agreed.
face, and they all agreed.
Yeah.
Benzema worked for Ronaldo to succeed
Yeah.
until he left the scene, and then he became the main man.
Yeah.
But these guys, about 3 of them are chasing personal glory.
4.
Me, I would say 3.
Rodrigo Pepe.
Rodrigo need he can't tell me he's chasing personal glory.
He wants it.
He wants what?
He wants
I am
it.
playing a team with Vinicius and Mbappe. You need to understand your position.
Rodrigo Pepe.
Even before Mbappe came,
Na
it was
Bellingham
Vinicius.
kwa na mi na ni
So I'm saying that it is Bellingham because in his first season he was the best player.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
And then Mbappe comes in. There's also Vinicius who's led them to win the Champions League. So 3 of these guys are chasing one thing. You get it? So there's a clash over there. And tactically, when they play together, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The 3 of them cannot play together in a team that. If you do that, you are throwing away the defensive cover of your team.
I think tactically,
and that is why Alonso. I don't know whether it is his fault
but I think
or it is with Madrid,
I
because
think
if you are bringing in a manager like Alonso and you don't support him, at least in the other positions,
Yeah.
to say yes, I have to play Mbappe because he doesn't want to press and defend and do whatever. It's just the same thing. Yes, we have teams that suffer for one person, like Argentina did for Messi. But in the other positions, did he have players that were willing to suffer and defend and run more than twice for the other players? No. Mbappe will not do that. Bellingham will not do
but
that
you
for
see,
you.
okay, so I think it's high time Florentino Perez. And last time, I made this bold statement here on the show. It's either Florentino Perez, he leaves the club or he adjusts.
Either he changes his way.
leaving
not sure it's gonna happen.
leaving
See,
the club is not going to solve
That
the
one,
problem.
there will be an election. So if
Yeah,
He
you
so,
needs to
I mean,
adjust,
you see,
and
he's-
that's the solution. He needs to adjust.
Yeah, so he needs
He
to
needs
adjust.
to
That's why I
adjust.
said if he's not willing to adjust, then it's because you see, it's clear that his way of doing things. Gone are the days. Oh, I mean, maybe I said gone are the days. That a manager or a team owner will go to the transfer market. I want to buy this player. I'll buy this player. Impose the player on the coach to
Yeah,
field him.
Pumpo use,
Now the players, the coach. I mean, most of the coaches have a system, have a philosophy they want to play. So if the coach suggests this player to be signed, the only thing is that there are financial muscles to sign those players. Unlike Barcelona, that they don't have the money. But for Real Madrid, they have the money. So if the coach says, okay, based on my system, I'll need a controller in the midfield, and you say, okay, no, you need the controller. I'd rather go and buy Den Hoyes, and I'd rather go and buy Mastantuono. The Mastantuono signing was unnecessary to me. You understand?
Yeah, and they make some unnecessary signings.
was
I don't know,
unnecessary.
because they want to always buy the best. They don't think about how the players will fare. You buy Adagule because you don't want Barca to sign
Sign
him.
Adagule.
But you and you also bring in Mastantuono.
Mastantuono.
These are very young players who want to compete every day.
So you see, so it's high time he start collaborating with his coaches and also the sporting directors to get the better players for the club. Yes, you go in for the big guys. You can maintain your culture and your philosophy of buying top Gs, and then also appoint the right managers to handle these players, not players who are more tactical. They are tactically oriented, like Xabi Alonso. Because Xabi Alonso, all what he did at Bayern Munich, it was a system. So you see Jeremy Frimpong and then Grimaldo flying from the wings, getting in the
And
boots.
I think that Alonso also failed to implement his own style and principles. He bought into the Madrid system and ignored his principles
At
in
the
a
time,
way,
at
and
the
that
time.
is why they didn't help you.
Yeah, there was a
Because
pressure on
coming
him.
into the team, we all felt like, oh yes, you are coming with a 3-back system, or which is going to be flexible, and you even have Trent who can
Play
can
that.
help that for you. But he so all of a sudden changed and was trying to fix into the Madrid system, and that is where he got everything wrong. Let's talk about Arbeloa. First game defeat. Was it a panic decision for Madrid already, or you think that this is just a one-off? He's going to come good. Albert.
You bring in, you fire Xabi Alonso. Then no Arbeloa. Now, I don't know. Actually, I really understand why they fired Xabi Alonso as it stands now. But it was clear that either they fired him or he left. They had a plan that Arbeloa was going to be his replacement if Xabi Alonso didn't finish the season. So he took over as an interim for the end of the season. Now, what was Arbeloa's performance at where he was, the Real Madrid B?
Castilla.
He played 23 or 24 matches, if I'm correct. Won only 12, drew 8, and lost, was it 4? His performance there was no good.
Nyade or Hosu.
Incredible.
Castilla Hono.
Now you are bringing him to the first team.
Where he's going to coach Mbappe.
See, where he's going to coach Mbappe. Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, and Kylian, but we've already discussed them here. You understand? So is Arbeloa the man to handle all these players when Xabi Alonso is leaving? So if you analyze all these things, put things in order, Arbeloa no oba jumana na Xabi Alonso ye no ontimi nya, then we don't need to bring in Arbeloa. We should rather go in. If Xabi Alonso is leaving, I mean, let's bear the risk, go in for a player, and you ask yourself, who are the available coaches? So that's where the sacking of Xabi Alonso was unnecessary.
Because if you don't have the replacement for him, why sack him?
Why sack him?
It's already broken.
You understand? So if Xabi Alonso didn't ask Real Madrid he want to leave the club, and they fired him, it was an unnecessary decision. There was no sense in it, honestly.
Or they just rushed to make a quick decision and try to turn things around. But sometimes you just have to relax and
But do you think
look at the situation around.
Well, it's his first
because I agree, because I mean, I that's why at the beginning I said it, that big clubs are meant for the big coaches. They are meant for the big coaches. You don't just wake up and bring any man. They are meant for big personalities. You get it?
That's the reason why Manchester United
So
now,
I mean,
they are struggling.
Arbeloa Charlie, standing at the dugout self, he doesn't even represent someone who is coaching the greatest club in the world.
After we was any fault.
He will take him. Now you go blame Vinicius. You go blame Vinicius. You will take the blame.
And you see, Abba say no. Everything that goes on, the best campaign Xabi Alonso in his early stages at the club. Because my review, Xabi Alonso in the first season, the first matches, I
said for the Atletico Madrid
big games are not obre. Big games are not obre.
With that one, he won.
Apart from Marseille and Barcelona.
And Atletico Madrid at the Super Copa semi-finals.
Well, I mean, mechanic initial stages.
That's what I'm saying. He beat Juve. And then lost to Liverpool and
Atletico Madrid. Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup. Now, it is a even the win percentage, the win rate over 70%.
70%, 70.6%.
So whatever thing you do is going to be measured with what Xabi Alonso did. And that is what Arbeloa at the end of the day, I have a brain.
If it is not broken, don't try to face it. Alonso was not broken. No really time.
Was the dressing room there, he lost it too. And if you can't control your players, there's no need for you to keep doing the job.
Yeah, who said for Opus? I came and said, from a perspective, they said he's fixing things, and it will take time for him.
Okay.
Because at the point he started to understand the players from their perspective, and he started to adjust himself between the players, their relationship. So at the point, Vinicius Junior will free my boss. At the point, you see him talking to Vinicius Junior on the field. I feel there was, as I said, or more on the relationship, or building.
Yeah.
And I think Tuesday I said this is one of the decisions that, since supporting Real Madrid, I disagree with Topani FM Florentino Press for sacking Xabi Alonso. When you know you don't have his replacement now, creative player could be also fullback on team overlapping.
Okay, Charlie, we'll leave it there. We'll see what happens to them. Right now, they just have to compete for the league title and the Champions League. That one I don't know. The league title.
Trophyless season.
The league title
yes, they are
there is
looking like
gone.
going a trophy season because
Again,
Trophyless
No,
season.
but you see-
Again,
the Copa del Rey was
They
the
have gone
closest
3
trophy
seasons
they would
without
have
a
been
trophy.
able to win.
that one, they will go and meet Hans Flick again.
Yes, but for that one, the chance.
Actually, I've got some interesting stuff. Hans Flick is doing something like it's damaging Madrid. Though. Madrid, in the last 15 years, they've lost just 5 finals. Just 5. But in the last 5 years, they've lost 3 finals, all to Barcelona.
Me,
just
I've
2
been,
seasons.
me, I've been saying this. Real Madrid, they see Omo trophy, Omo lose. You don't face Barcelona.
Yeah, they don't face
Yeah,
Barcelona. They don't face Barcelona. So,
Barcelona game a different game altogether.
Yes, and see, me, Hebo, and I say, you are, it's a final Madrid, home final, and lose. It's like, you them Barcelona, they go play.
even with that,
Omo come
even
from-
with that, when they meet Barca don't get it so easily. Like it rarely happens.
No, but you don't get it
It
easy.
rarely happens
finals.
for Barca. For Barca, really, they were really good in playing finals against Barca. That's why I'm saying that Hans Flick is doing something incredible with the team. The mentality of the team has really changed because in the final we played last weekend. Yes, Barca were not at the third gear. Like they were not so good compared to the previous game and last season's games. But Barca always had a feeling that we were better than them, so we were going to eventually get a win. You get my point. So it's something that Hans Flick has really changed about the team, and it's refreshing to hear. Talking about them, let's switch to the other end, Barcelona. They are playing Racing Santander later tonight. I hope that there's not going to be any surprises in the team.
Upset, no.
But Cancelo is back, and for me, when I saw the goal Vinicius scored against Barca, and I am looking at Jules Koundé, what he's doing over there, and we are adding Cancelo, who we all know that he can't defend.
I saw your tweets.
Charlie, it's a problem. It's a huge problem, but I guess in a certain way, it gives Hans Flick some
Options.
options because his style is to attack and score as many as goals he wants. And on the right hand side, if you have Lamine Yamal and Cancelo, who can give you more in the attacking sense. If he's not good in defending, at least he's better in attacking than Jules Koundé. At least for what they've done in the jerseys, in the Barcelona jerseys. We know Cancelo is so good when he's attacking. Even though from the left, he can do that for you. So you can play Cancelo there and shift Jules Koundé to his position as a defender, and then you have more numbers in defense now. You get my point? Because if Martin is injured, of course that is not even his natural position now. He is still improvising, playing him there, and sometimes Garcia. So now you can afford to play Koundé, Kubasi, or even Araujo.
But can Koundé play the right? Koundé play centre back now?
Why can't he play? That's the natural position.
Now he has been playing as a right back for the past 3-4 seasons.
Hey,
You see, Charlie, no explanation that you sit here and give me
now that'll make you understand.
that will make me understand that what they did make sense. The reason why Deco is still sustaining his job at Barcelona as a sporting director is because of Hans Flick.
Hans Flick, yeah. The
Because
result.
he's winning.
Yeah.
Because Charlie,
It's because of Hans Flick.
he's overperforming because this quarter he's still like competing with and always winning.
You see, coach says he wants a centre back or left-footed centre back. And now, Cancelo play as right back now. Koundé can come and play as centre back. Is Koundé a left-footed centre back?
He's a centre back.
Is he a left-footed centre back? Is he a left-sided centre back?
But we have a left-sided.
No, you see, we've
left-
pressed Hansi Flick to the extent that
Christian, that was
we
not
have
right.
to play Gerard Martin as a centre back. Otherwise, and fire.
That's what makes him a good coach.
Mugu share
Me oh.
Obi Champions League no more stronger.
Tonya,
But I think
That Hansi Flick centre back now.
but I think with or without a left centre back, per Barca standard of my living in 10 years, he will not be a failure. But
Oh, no.
he will not be a failure. But that ultimate Champions League, I'm open.
Ebebre,
Munya, yes, my bro. One bread, they say,
Yo, you don't go take Gerard Martin go play that.
Munya, because I think that with this squad, Hansi Flick kutan or yeah, Juma Bruno so. Yes, of ne results no dey mind.
Yes.
Because Uncle Gerard Martin family winning matches. I say normal team. As a mobile boss, so many one booking on.
But I see.
I swear, if again you see where I know say there, Gerard Martin left centre back, you know, and you cry against Atletico.
That's why he didn't try it in the final.
By best show for time.
To have say, oh, ready.
That was smart.
High line a bitina.
Recovery.
No.
Asa.
But I think that's Barca problem last year. Or my team and furniture. It drew baby no more here squad depth to compete with the UEFA Champions League. Drew no more than us. Some here different legs. And the Bemomania and this season, their same problem or encounter last season or Champions League is going to encounter that same.
No,
because facing this big boys of UEFA Champions League, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, they are going to score you.
Last season, if he had Bardi and Kunde, it would have been a different
lost,
story.
No, we lost. You see, what if going to the semi-finals again?
It happens again.
We miss Baldi
with all these injuries.
And just way.
That's why
Cancelo is going to be the right back, and Gerard Martin is going to be the left back. Now with Eric Garcia as the left centre back, Kubasi as the CCB.
Oh, but you see now we have an exceptional goalkeeper. You have to remember that one.
For the UEFA
Sergini.
Yeah, because Sergini didn't help us last season.
If they talk, people, if I talk, people feel like I'm not being grateful. I don't want to.
You brought him for that moment. Like we brought him for that moment to bail us out. Yeah, but I understand. That was his feeling.
That's on the standard and the performance.
He didn't really care. Like what do I have to lose? So now I believe that with Garcia in post, we'll get better performance in the post than what we saw last season.
Oh, definitely.
If the attackers are able to give us the same output or better, I think we will be good. Look, if you are supporting Barcelona and watching Barcelona and you expect Hansi Flick to have players or to condition his players to be better at defense, I think that you are out of place. His whole goal is to enter the net.
You see, yeah, his own goal is to enter the net. But
score more than his opponent.
No, but you see, football is very dynamic. And you might be a free-flowing scoring team, score a lot of goals in a match. There would be that one match that the attackers will mess up. There will be that one match
of hard luck.
You face a certain low block team, they will not allow you to score. If you remember last season, even in the Spanish La Liga, against Getafe,
there, we know them.
Brepa. Now, against this Arsenal's defense. Yeah. If you can win the Champions League, these are the clubs you beat.
Arsenal, Barcelona.
These are the matches. No, you see.
Okay, Arsenal, I don't fear them.
No, you see. These are the matches you should anticipate. See this. Look at this Barcelona team as it stands now against Arsenal's defense. If Arsenal are on their best element, and yes, you score a goal because you are scoring a lot of goals. But Arsenal too are protecting goals, even in the Champions League. I think they've considered only one or two goals.
They are not conceding goals. Yeah,
you understand? So if they are in their best element, you two are in your best element. The game will be very tough.
Difficult game.
But you see, Hansi Flick said Hansi Flick requested for a left-footed centre back. He requested. You understand? And you Deco.
La Masia Vino.
You Deco, you say, oh no, you see, there are certain positions you need experience. Kubasi and Lamasia again, Emfa. And we saw what Sergio Dominguez and Kubasi last season against Osasuna, what they did to us.
But I saw a bit mambo.
Why?
Arroyo was some.
Arroyo is back. Why you
Arroyo is back? That's more panicky.
Arroyo is back. And
Akojindro.
He went to heal. Heal himself.
Heal.
Hansi Flick saw Hansi Flick saw Eric Garcia. Hansi Flick saw all those men requested for a left-footed center.
That is why I'm saying that per system, he wants to play a left-footed player at that position because as a left-footed player, he is able to puts the ball forward.
Yes, he can give
Find
those
Balde.
diagonal,
Yes.
diagonal
Yeah,
passes.
it's about the system. It's not really
So
about
who is that?
getting
So
a
who is
player,
that player?
with the intention of defending.
So who is that player?
That's my point.
So
Yeah.
did we get him that
He
player?
needs a ball
We
playing
didn't.
left center.
And let's
Cancelo.
analyze the players that
But-
they were chasing. Schlotterback. Is there an extraordinary player
No,
who
he's
can
not an
defend?
extraordinary player. But he's better than Gerard Martin.
No,
Adelaide.
Short back
Yeah, I
here,
understand.
Ubundi, on your extraordinary player said More.Can. But with this as flick system, he's coming to fit in. Obewo Bonus experienced player, we are Bobo 10 years. I will need Bonnie Bobiama
Okay.
because Gerard Martin, on your left center back, a ball crown.
But more you.
They were Bobo.
Masa.
Did you watch Martin last season?
I watched Martin last season.
Against
You. Gerard Martin. Hey, Randy.
Gerard Martin. But
So now right now it's over. The transfer. The Barca will not sign
We don't sign a
any
player
other
again. Cancelo
So
now. You
this-
Cancelo in the senior.
With this squad, with this squad,
Cancelo signing.
what's your expectation? I'll come to you.
Yeah.
That one. What's your expectation from the team
For domestic treble.
again?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Because I don't see Atletico Madrid being a match for Barcelona in any
I'm
tournament.
qualifying on number 3 there.
What I say. So I mean, Copa del Rey. I don't know. But what I am seeing, based on my prediction, Madrid is out right now. The clubs that are going to face and how they are performing. I think Copa del Rey, they stand huge chance of winning. Now the Liga, they're already on top. Madrid with what they are going through with Arbeloa, they're for. So the domestic treble, I think Barcelona is secured. The Champions League, yeah.
You still have to wait and see.
Let's wait and see
Yeah, we'll
because
see what happens.
see Gerard Martin would be senior former Champions League semi-final.
But I think João Cancelo signing about Barcelona because of the versatility. Because he can play as a right back and a left back. And about league, about UEFA Champions League, there you encounter all these injuries. Say the last season facing, and he's that man with maybe 15 positions here, but because body and you're that strong, and and he will place him without performance. No, João Cancelo, in as much as he can sign because of the performance, he's not a bad player. I can when you're that.
But why is that this João Cancelo guy? Everywhere you go, this same guy, you go Juve, you know play well. You go Man City, you go.
It was good.
At the end of the day, people
it was about attitude. Yeah.
Yes, good. Now you go to Inter Al Hilal. He didn't go get problem. That's just to come to Barcelona. The reason I don't like him, you know, you know,
but it doesn't happen at Barca. When that attitude, it doesn't happen at
his attitude at Barcelona is okay, but his tactical discipline on the pitch.
You don't know offside. No,
it is the defensive aspect. I remember, and the classic example of what we're talking about is the semi-final
against PSG.
Was a quarter-final against PSG. He was lost. He was just lost in the back line. So for me, I hope and pray that we will not have to depend on him in the semi-final Champions League. You get my point? That there's nobody, and then we have to depend on him for full 90 minutes. That one we are in trouble. That one, if you are a Barca fan watching this, know that in the semi-final of Champions League, and Barca don't have Balde or Koundé, and they are playing Cancelo, you are out of the Champions League.
Cancelo, dear me.
But
he's a good player.
Attack,
when he's attacking, solid.
You give us a lot.
Because you see, he'll bring the best out of Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Already, Koundé is limited to certain attacking prowess. So, he'll keep the weight. Lamine Yamal will invade and then take advantage of the half spaces. Cancelo can take advantage of the half spaces. But with Koundé, he doesn't do it perfectly. So, sometimes Lamine Yamal has to take much responsibility. So, attacking-wise, solid. But he's very indisciplined when it comes to defense.
And Flick is going to find a solution.
Yeah, he'll find a way.
Well,
Flick will do the job. We'll leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for doing this with me. Guys, thanks also for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment under the video. Thanks to Albert and Lakum. Charlie, we'll see you next time. Take care and bye-bye.